9 bends, turbulent waters forever winding towards distant horizons, the Yellow River. The Yellow River, China's mother river, flowing through 9 different Chinese provinces on its quest for the sea, from beginning to end. Rising in the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, gushing through the Heshi corridor and the Helan Mountains, it reaches the vast Ningxia plain, nourishing the land and its people as it goes. In Ningxia, the Yellow River literally sculpts the land, creating an amazing variety of landforms, shaping its history and infusing it with its vitality. As the only region in China sitting wholly within the Yellow River Basin, Ningxia has a special relationship with the Yellow River. That's why the people of Ningxia are determined to protect the river that has nurtured them and made their land what it is. This is the story of an ancient river, the land it made, and the people who depend on it and love it in return.
这是什么山啊？
贺兰山呀。
河在哪里呀？
黄河在那儿啊。你看它从西南边围着贺兰山兜了一圈，然后又回来了。
那为什么要挖那么多小支流呢？
这些小支流就是古代挖好的渠，因为有了这些渠呢，我们才能把这个黄河水引到咱们这片土地上来，那我们的庄稼、树木都可以靠着黄河水就长得高高壮壮的。我们这个地方原来特别干旱，如果没有黄河水呢，小禾苗都干死了。
那有了水以后呢？
有了水以后，那就是一个新的故事了。
The Yellow River wends its way from the faraway west. The eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains are a sheltered land nourished by the Yellow River. The sun rises and shines on a stupendous panorama of life. At the foothills of the Helan Mountains, sculpted by the hand of nature, everything is great.
咱俩说好啊，要是你下水了，你去摘树去啊，我就回家了。
那你树你也要摘树啊。
An intriguing noontime dialogue. One man speaking the dialect of Fujian, far to the south. The other speaking the local Ningxia dialect.
我发到了。
你说啥？
你不行了。走走走。
快！
哎呦，
怎么样？
啊？
怎么样？赢了！
赢在哪的呀？
说一说。
这个。
1、2、3、4、5，哎，不行，挺起骡子，这是。
我是这个让你的，你还以为呢？
The bad loser in this chess game is Chen Deqi. He comes from Fujian province in southeast China.
这是刺槐啊，不是槐树啊，槐树是没有刺的，对吗？这样拉起来，重一下，对，好。哎呀，比农民还农民呢，400-500万棵树啊，这边种一棵树啊有多难啊，要地灌才能活。来，等一下，还没。已经是有3年的树才长这样。在3年才能长成大树，也不容易能拿到一个荣誉。
In 2007, in response to the Chinese government's decision to establish the Fujian Ningxia Poverty Alleviation Partnership, Chen Deqi came to Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region.
永宁县那个县长说，这有10几万亩地，你看吗？我就看了一下，跟法国很相似，应该可以种葡萄。都问我要吗？我说要，因为我在开玩笑了。
It took less than a quarter of an hour to make the decision. More than 8,600 hectares of land for 200 million yuan.
那刚来的时候也不懂戈壁滩哦，等到我来推地的那个时候才是不一样。电也没有，水也没有，周边就没有村庄，没有什么，没有任何。我记得是3更半夜在睡觉的时候，风沙特别风大，直接整个那个顶上掀掉，大家都呱呱叫。你看一下这个呢，这有4个大坑嘛，这2个呢我是要做成水库，那个山洪水我就会给它引到这边来。首先林造起来，地推好，葡萄种好，到那个贺兰山底下全部是一片绿洲。这个叫大风啊，这个叫小风，小帅哥都受不了，不要说我这老人家。哎，我说他年轻的都能上，我也能上。
Chen Deqi still vividly recalls the hardships the people who opened up the wasteland to build the vineyard endured. Wind battered, scorched and seared by the sun, they battled with the Gobi Desert inch by inch, armed with nothing but shovels, pickaxes, and their own strength, stamina, and dedication.
你看这石头太多了，3、4年才能剪完，这个要等4年才能长果。这些树都是最早种的，直径有20-30公分了，30公分，当时种了才这样了，连这个都没有。有多长？这个起码有30米了，几百万棵树，什么概念？我告诉你，没有一个老板会这样做，就我这个傻瓜蛋才这样做，脑子进水啊！
Chen Deqi has planted 5 million trees in the Gobi Desert, establishing a vineyard of over 6,600 hectares. Now there are some 38,600 hectares of vineyard at the foothills of the Helan Mountains. Tang Dynasty poet Wei Chan once wrote, "Orchards are growing at the foothills of the Helan Mountains." What was a poetic fancy more than 1,000 years ago is now a reality. Chen Deqi has some young guests tonight, officials from Fujian who've come to aid the development of Minning Town.
有没有福建味？有，他们3个都厦门的。你挂职是什么位的？
闽宁镇副书记。
副书记的。你
永宁县江村整县服务中心。
就考虑你们呐，来这么久了，很少回家乡，到恁家在闽南米啊。
你知道为什么我们在闽镇有感觉第2家乡的感觉吗？还是你带的好？
我们经常记得看陈总的名义
来这里吃海鲜。
够，我嘞啊！空气有多好哦，大家放心吃，放心喝，多喝一点哦。
A get-together on this cool night is bound to be unforgettable. A real-life version of the TV drama Minning Town. For the sake of a bit of land in faraway northwest China, these people have devoted heart and soul.
这15年了，我只能一个形容说，想的铁人都会流眼泪。这个戈壁滩说实在的呢，就是一生吃最多苦的就这个地方。我这个人也是很有个性的，既然来了就一定要做好。我们闽南话有句话叫“爱偏会养”，对吗？一定要给他做好。
Wang Yueying leaves her home at 4 o'clock in the morning. At this time, you can usually hear a pin drop on the streets of Minning town. But on this occasion, people are already gathering in the town square. As the crowd gathers, Wang Yueying, the new manager of the vineyard, feels increasingly nervous and anxious. The mission she'll come to accomplish will affect hundreds of people. There's no room for error. It's time. The people have set out. Now around half the population of Funing village, Minning town, are here. Getting started as soon as possible is very important, so everyone's keen to get their hands on the seedlings at the earliest opportunity. A big challenge for the new manager, Wang Yueying, mid-June grapevine replanting, peak hiring season for the vineyards at the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains. Years ago, these people lived in Shihaigu, a forbidding mountainous area in southern Ningxia. With its high mountains, deep ravines, and barren land, Shihaigu was once a place where dire poverty ruled. In 1972, it won the dubious distinction of being labeled the most unfit place for human settlement by the United Nations. But thanks to China's nationwide poverty alleviation policies, more and more people moved from Shihaigu to the plain to the north. Now, sheltered by the Helan Mountains, they've settled down and put down roots in Yinchuan Plain by the Gobi Desert. Among them is Wang Yueying's family.
06年到这个地方，现在已经10几年了。0几年移民搬迁到这个民宁镇这一块儿，下车的时候是看这么大的个荒滩，甚至比老家还荒呀。这个地方就想着没办法生存呀。当时的心情特别低落，那阵就想着，哎，回都回不去了吧？你就到这个地方。 先鸭子要说先过着看吧，就这么想的。哎，这俩可以。哎呀，你看这个栗子树头，头一年最少树，第二年树到老坑长的了。人说这个土呢还最少树也好呢，要不是咱们得种点粮食，结果种的玉米也还可以。这个地方只要有水，种上就也坑长的。 就这几年就比一年好了，说呀，这个地方还越来越好嘛。
Whatever the downs in life may be, there are always ups. Who knows what's waiting for you around the corner? The eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains have overlooked assets, a combination of sunshine, temperature, and soil that make it perfect for grape growing. It was towards the end of the 1990s that a few local farmers began growing grapes for wine. Ever since, thanks to the improvement of the ecological environment and infrastructure, the wine industry has been on the up. Slowly but surely, a blueprint for grape growing and winemaking has unfolded. After finishing working in the field, Wang Yueying rushes to attend a class. Eager to improve herself, she doesn't want to miss a thing.
好，今天呢，我们主要是针对园长的一场培训。合格的园长，你首先是一个种植能手。
Every year, when the grapes enter their critical growth stage, the administrative committee of the grape industry zone of the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains invites professors from Ningxia University to provide training for the grape growers. Just driven by the urge to live a better life, the hard-working Wang Yueying and other villagers started at the bottom and then got into the business of grape planting. Now, Wang Yueying has contracted a vineyard and works as its manager. At dusk, the working day is over. No need to go far away from home to find work, and paid promptly every day. Who can say life isn't getting better and better? Transforming wilderness into flourishing vineyards requires the effort of the many, not just the few. It was the wine industry that provided opportunity for the relocated residents and empowered them to alter their fate. Now they are the ones who grow grapes at the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains, driving the thriving and flourishing of this industry. Meanwhile, the development of Minning town is picking up speed. Once again, it's the wine industry that's providing jobs for relocated residents. The day's work over, Wang Yueying goes to the food market. She's got guests tonight. Most of the residents in Minning town are originally from Shihaigu. They're familiar with each other because they used to be neighbors back in the old place. Times are good, and the market is doing a brisk trade. As the vineyard manager, Wang Yueying is a face in town. She's been greeting people all the way.
给你们做了些便宜饭，你们吃看啊，好，好好吃啊。啊，我们这都是南部山区那片外国人，都在这个葡萄园区这一片打工，一起这么吃苦，一起奋斗，常年就跟自己家人一样就在一起的嘛。
A spacious house and a clean courtyard. Wang Yueying's new life is a life of achievement and satisfaction.
你看，下一次如果想吃哪道菜，提前报名。
The end of another busy day. Tomorrow, they'll work as hard as they always do. Now, Wang Yueying's life is full of hope. She feels confident and assured. After all their hard work, now there's the sweetness of the harvest season to look forward to. Autumn. In the vineyard, bunches of plump grapes hang from the vines. For now, these globes of concentrated hard work and sunshine are enjoying a last chance to build up their sugar reserves. It's the vineyard that preoccupies Zhang Yanzhi. Cabernet Garnished is grown here, a unique variety of grape that he has high expectations of.
那这一颗不是很典型，就很典型的就是那一颗，大家不喜欢的那一颗。神龙珠的话呢，到了大概10月左右的话，叶子会变红。品种的特性非常强，就是中草药里边的甘草的味道。可以说这个味道的话呢，是世界所有品种里边唯一一个带有中国元素，是可以代表我们中国味道跟世界葡萄酒去对话的。
Insightful, sensitive, and expertly trained, Zhang Yanzhi quickly realizes that the rolling land at the foothills of the Helan Mountains is a winemaker's dream. What's more, he has found a variety of grape that encapsulates all the mystery of the East. A lifelong lover of history, it is the Great Wall and its beacon towers in the distance, and the sound of camel bells on the Silk Road, echoing in from the past, that have given him the inspiration he needs to build a uniquely Chinese chateau at the foothills of the Helan Mountains.
我要做中国葡萄酒，我就要有中国自己的建筑的自信。酒庄在国外的词语里边，就沙豆，沙豆代表城堡的意思。那我们中国其实有一个非常大的城堡，就是我们的城池。城池的话，就是方形的围墙加一个瓮城，对吧？这是我们中国自己的东西。所以大园套小园就形成了一个中国独特的葡萄酒城堡。
In the twilight, This stone chateau seems imbued with the power of time and the great changes that it can bring about. It is redolent with the unique character of this Chinese chateau owner.
首先，我是学生、酿酒师、商人，在2017年发生了转变，我已经变成了一个庄主。可能这个身份的话，会伴随我的终生。
In 2002, Zheng Yinzhi was the only Asian admitted to France's Bordeaux-Sigalen University, and he holds a French national diploma in oenology. But despite his unparalleled achievements, he seldom talks about his past. This reticence is both a mark of his modesty and his confidence that his concrete achievements speak louder than any words. Museums are where Zheng Yanzhi spends most of his spare time. To him, museums are houses of ancient beauty and wisdom, where modern-day people can always find inspiration. Over the past few years, he's been exploring the wine culture of China and looking into ways of expressing a uniquely Chinese aesthetic in the form of wine. The rings of time build up year after year, yet on he goes, forever searching for the place of his dreams. Crushing season, one of the busiest times of the year. To the ears of the farmers, the sounds of grapes being picked, packaged, and processed are like a symphony being conducted at the foothills of the Helan Mountains.
嗯，尝一下这一桶。
好的。
颜色好漂亮。哇，香气已经很好了。
中国特有的这种蛇龙珠的药草味道。
对，中国葡萄酒嘛，就应该有中国的味道，对吧？对。现在是有放了
3200支橡木。
哎呀，这些酒的话，一个人得喝多少年呢
3200年。
3200年，就是。现在我们宁夏黑老山东鲁葡萄酒到现在是30多年时间，我们可以想象60年后我们整个产区会是什么一个样子呢？
很多的名庄，大概500家、1000家。
对，但其实我最期待的是一定要出现我们自己的中国大名庄。每个人都有属于自己的一片森林，也许我们从来不曾去过，但它一直在那里，总会在那里。迷失的人迷失了，相逢的人会再相逢。
At dusk, the vineyard is a forest, as far as Zheng Yanzhi is concerned. It's a place that has meant both hardship and triumph for this living legend.
2017年开工建设的时候，3个月之后就要收第一个年份的葡萄。施工队的负责人说这不可能。后来我说对你来讲是不可能，对我来讲是必须可能，因为我没有退路。我说你能不能干？他说不能干。我说那你就下课。
After 3 months of hard work, the first truckload of grapes arrived at the chateau. What happened next is something that Zheng Yanzhi will never forget.
当时房子盖的是房顶已经盖起来了，但是墙面还没有完全封闭。那一年老天爷跟我们开了很大的一个玩笑，在10月份下了2场小雪，所以我们是在车间内四处漏风的，在酿的酒，看到外边飘的那个真正的雪花，其实有一种说自豪感也有吧，但是一种悲壮感也是有的啊。在贺老山东路的话呢，其实像我这样的人其实蛮多的，在我们之前的话已经有30年的时间，有1、2代人已经为这个产业不断的在付出。
Many people have come here with their dreams, embarking on ventures with fearlessness and determination. But as the seasons come and go, and time passes by, one thing's for sure. It's at the foothills of the Helan Mountains that you'll find China's best wine.
就是一群人一辈子 一件事一瓶酒，就是这是所有葡萄酒从业者人的写照，一生的写照。
China is a latecomer in winemaking. What these men are doing is innovative, creating a wine that's unique to the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains. That is their mission and their duty. The foothills of the Helan Mountain, a place where men and grapes grow together. And as they do so, they're attracting attention from around the world.
喂，我想问一下，那个英国出口船期定了吗 ？Oui, salut Kenneth, ça va? Je voulais confirmer avec toi les détails de la commande Québec. 可是那个一定等了很久了吧 ？Est-ce qu'on sépare à peu près quelle date？ 都能理解，都能理解。可是你要帮我想办法了。好，谢谢，拜拜。我叫 Christelle Chene， 中文名叫陈仙妮。所以我们先可以从霞多丽开始。你们这几款酒之前有喝过吗？第一次啊，那挺好的。因为霞多丽也是来自于我老家啊，我家是勃艮第的啊，所以我是喝霞多丽长大的。我们这个霞多丽橡木桶陈酿带来的，我最早的是在法国驻武汉总领事馆，专门去做法国葡萄酒的推广。我都不知道宁夏有葡萄酒。葡萄园非常重要，是我们非常珍贵的一个资源，所以基本上你们有一个完全面的一个了解。18年的时候，个客户就问我说：“哎呀，仙妮，我觉得你加入我们宁夏的酒庄，你才能做别人做不到的一份工作，就是把中国的葡萄酒推广到全世界。”我说：“我真的是可以考虑。”走，你们去玩。因为现在国际物流很紧张的，我们能发海运控制一下这个成本。发到澳洲的。对，我开始推荐了我们的葡萄酒到国外，我就发现反馈非常的好。全世界各个地方都在慢慢跟我们联系，想要尝试我们的产品，一定开发的市场，这个量提高非常的快。然后我相信也这是一个开始。还不错。那个就是我说的现在他们会盖很多玉。对。
For Christelle Chene, far-off France represents the root, while Ningxia in China symbolizes the leaf and fruit. Born and bred amidst a world-famous wine culture, she grew up tasting wine.
对对对，我觉得同时有山，还有黄河的感觉。
The new varieties of grape that Christelle Chene encountered so far away from home have intrigued her. They have also gave her a fresh angle on wine.
这个是什么？
这个是缝纫机。
缝纫机。
对，这个应该是
自行车建设。
是不是会让我们怀念到过去的时光？就是味道也是有记忆的嘛。
对，其实葡萄酒是过去、现在和未来，就一瓶酒里面什么都有。一部分的是传统的这个酿造工艺。宁夏是比较年轻的一个产区，还有其他部分呢，可能是国外引进过来，还有宁夏自己发展出来的一些特色，包括当地的这个风土的这个条件的一个特点，这个是能看到未来。
这谁呀？这是一个上面穿了5个，能烤熟吗？
可以吧？你好像对我的串串都有意见呢，什么意思啊？
你要提前说是你。
我穿啥的都说有问题的，我真的是这样。
好，来，把酒杯拿上。
谁要酒？你的杯子吗？来，谢谢啊！
还有谁啊？
感谢今天的到来。今天来的不是同事，这个是一家人才能来到我家，然后祝贺我在宁夏买房了。谢谢啊！
我是变成宁夏人啊！
你们都没有在宁夏买房的呀？
有啊！
是宁夏人，你也没有，你也不差啊！抓紧时间啊！
分一点。
我这样的一个外国人嘛，家人们也都没有在国内，很多人都会以为这可能是很孤独的感觉。结果呢，我们这么多的好朋友，真的是有家的感觉。
作为一个葡萄酒爱好者和一个葡萄酒的专业人士，能选择待在宁夏的主要的原因是我相信这个地方是中国最优秀的一个葡萄酒产区。然后第二方面可能是一个性格方面的一个原因，我觉得这里的节奏稍微慢一点，人非常的热情，给我带来的感觉就是非常舒适的一个环境。的确是，我就感觉中国是我家。虽然我是外国人的面孔，可是真的是98%的中国心。4心暗处是香。对我来说是感觉心哪里是舒服、安静，那就哪里是我的故乡。
The secret of the success of the vineyards of Western China, mountains that offer shelter and a sacred river winding slowly through the foothills. No wonder more and more people come here from far and wide. They stay on because they want to observe, to see what's going on here. Drawn by exquisite local scenery and high-quality wine, they've made the decision to devote themselves to this local industry. They have faith in the vision and hard work of local people, and the cause of rural revitalization. They represent a bond that connects Ningxia to the whole world.
我们常讲葡萄酒是国际语言，通过一杯葡萄酒可以和不同文化来沟通。就是葡萄酒，它本身是一个产业，葡萄酒产业，但是它的重要的意义绝不在葡萄酒本身。也可以说，葡萄酒是1产、2产、3产综合性的一个企业，要结合起来做文章。
Graduation season in universities is always a little bit sad. Passionate school life is about to end. The new graduates will leave campus life behind and enter society. As the only undergraduate college of wine studies established in the wine-producing region of the country, the Food and Wine College of Ningxia University cultivates hundreds of wine professionals every year. The grapes are ripe, so it's time for the fresh graduates to face their first test. To help the students better adapt to their new role, Li Ruyi opts to give her wine tasting course at the chateau.
我们有3款酒，5个杯子，我们谁先来？挑一款杯子，然后自己选一款酒倒进来。给我个机会，是不是？我从18岁上大学开始学习葡萄酒，在2008年的时候赴澳大利亚阿德莱德大学学习葡萄酒博士。那么2017年加入了宁夏大学，成为了一名大学老师。那么今年也是我工作的第5个年头了。来，鼓个掌。喝吧，谁等我谁喝。
For her students, this is the last week before graduation. Li Ruyi has been asked many questions about the future that she doesn't know where to start when it comes to answering them. She has gone over the lesson plan time and time again, but she's yet to finalize it. Whenever Li Ruyi can't find the answer to a question, she turns to her own teacher for help. As usual, she's got a bottle of wine her teacher likes and tons of questions.
实际上很简单。当时我们考这个出国研究生呢，它有2个专业不对中国人开放，一个是航空航天，一个是葡萄酒。贺普超老师去找他们理论，就把我弄过去了。我就说贺先生，我们能不能够办一个专业？那贺先生比我还高兴。我们85年办这个专业，中间经过了很多的挫折，没有我们当年的老师们坚持下来，这个学院早垮了。 既然我们选择了一条路，就要坚持下去，一辈子干一件事儿。
讲一个就是比较真心的话吧。其实吸引我回国的不仅仅是葡萄酒，是我所有的师兄师弟师姐师妹和老师。这些老师他们在不停地树立我们的天花板，我们觉得即便做不到，也要向着这个方向去努力吧。
This is the first time Li Ruyi has ever entered a classroom empty-handed. The night before, she deleted her lesson plan and decided to share her innermost thoughts with her students.
过来这么早呀？最后一节课了是吧？今天这节课呢，也是我们课程表里没有的，没有上课时间，没有下课时间，所以今天的课怎么上？妈咪，来给大家把酒倒一下吧。
4 years have gone by in a flash. The last 45 minutes of their college lives is about to commence. They have so much to say, but they don't know where to start. There are just 2 words they really want to utter: love and hope.
对不对？所以大家想一想，今天我们为什么用这杯酒？人生不设限呀！我来给大家举一个小例子吧。17年的大一的同学，他们当时问我，他们说：“老师，你不是国外名牌大学毕业的吗？”然后他就看着我，然后想你要问什么啊？然后他就说：“老师，那你为什么要来宁夏？”啊，那我就说宁夏有我们中国目前来说发展潜力最好的葡萄酒产区，所以我来到这里。这是我的答案。那今天你们也想一想，等你们走出学校的时候，你自己的答案是什么？祝你们一路顺风啊！还是那句话，平时酒量不高的呢，你吐掉。不允许带着我们的葡萄酒瓶子在校园里晃悠，对不对？不允许树在大树下面。其实我挺希望你们不顺利的，遇到一个苛刻的老板，然后遇到一个不怎么合作的同事，然后呢，仍不灭心中之火，眼中之光。哎呀，不行，hold不住了。因为我也毕业很多年了，那么这么多些年呢，其实很多时候我的老师对我会问的就是：你身体好不好？你孩子身体好不好？那我也希望很多年之后呢，我问你们的也是这样的问题。在人生遇到什么困难，你们只要愿意都跟我聊聊，我一定会回复你的。好的，那今天课程就到这里吧。
There's no doubt that this is one of China's sunrise industries. With devoted teachers like Li Ruyi working as mentors for their students, the future is bound to get brighter and brighter. There are talented people in each generation. The revitalization of the country, the rural areas, all the industries and talents is in the hands of these teachers and their students.
这几年我越来越感觉到，我的学生在向我传递一些信息，就是我把我对行业的热情可以传递给他们。我不知道会不会有一天，他们也可以继续再传递给他们的学生。葡萄酒之于我，在我18岁的时候，真的就只是我的专业；在我当老师的时候，它就真的成为了我的职业。那么像今年，我40岁了。在今年的这个年份，我也可以说了，它是我终身为之奋斗的事业。
Some people are already making Li Ruyi's hope a reality. Guided by their intuition and passion, these shining beacons gather together beneath the Helan Mountains. Every morning, Zhuangzi, a new resident of Haoyuan village, walks around her chateau, checking the facilities and welcoming the tourists.
我们酒庄现在是唯一一家不生产也不酿造的一个酒庄，主要做的是葡萄酒旅游这一方面。这边呢是我们的一个小圈，然后里面养的是黑天鹅、小鸭子，还有2。
Zhuangzi studied tourism in Switzerland. She had planned to stay in Switzerland when she graduated. But when she came here on a trip, she was transfixed by what she saw. So the decision was made to settle down in Haoyuan village.
我们现在这个位置呢，在我们浩源村的一个村口， 村里的小朋友经常过来玩，就我们这儿其实相当于村里小朋友的一个游乐园。写完作业就清了哐啷全出来玩了。
There are many excellent tourist attractions around Haoyuan Village, including Zhenbeibu China West Film Studio, Helan Mountains National Forest Park, the petroglyphs of the Helan Mountains, and the Western Xia Imperial Tombs. What's more, the village is located in the golden zone of wine tourism at the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains. There are 17 chateaux in the village. Sensitive to the trend, the villagers are transforming their houses into family inns. Plain and unique, they've attracted a lot of tourists. Now there are always new faces in the village, a much-needed injection of vitality into the village.
以后我家忙了，你就过来给姐帮忙呗。
行，没问题。
这是我们的宝贝最爱吃，
看起来都特别好吃。
土豆丝，
好香，闻到香味。
尝尝我家的玫瑰蜂蜜酒，口感非常的好。
我一定要带点回重庆，一定要带回重庆。
也是看到了这个村子呢一直在往好发展的一个状态，所以说当时也算是预判了一下，觉得这个地方很有前景，然后选择到了这个地方继续发展。
200 kilometers away in Honghai Village, two young men, also newcomers to the villages at the foothills of the Helan Mountains, begin another working day.
自我介绍，我都多少年没自我介绍过。What's your name? 我叫石健，今年26，是一个正儿八经的物流人。
我叫石德，现在从事物流行业，今年24。我们两个是合作伙伴，也是哥俩的。
3 years ago, the two brothers contracted a logistics site. Even at that stage, they had full confidence in the future of the express delivery industry. They've been busy ever since. The wine pouring out of the wineries at the foothills of the Helan Mountains will embark on its journey out into the wider world from here. The wine-producing region at the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains produces 138 million bottles of wine per year. The export growth rate is around 30%. They're sold in different parts of the country, as well as to more than 40 countries and regions around the world, including France and Germany. Increasing wine sales are one of the drivers of the logistics industry here.
我说我就先走了啊，先对着呢啊。
走了，我说。
Hard work it may be, but the two brothers love it. They're happy because deep in their hearts they can see the future, a future bright with realized potential.
每天从各个酒庄把货接回来，然后打包好，装车，再送往我们的分拨中心，然后再发往全国各地。
因为红酒旺季就是从10月份开始一直到年底，从这个旺季来的话，我们哥俩每天基本上都是11点、10点半夜，有时候
早出晚归嘛。
刚打包就得打包一夜，反正也是的确是辛苦，放弃没有想过，只想过越做越好。
最多的时候，
每天都几百件吧。有的时候就是过几元少一点，这基本上每天都是200件，有时候上千件、几千件都不一样。送货、接货、打包，我们两个反正基本上都是啥都干，客服也干，活也干，老板也当。有劳动的时候挺干。总有的，毕竟年轻嘛。 奋斗咋办？虽然辛苦，但是我们哥俩挺开心，挺开心的。实话，不知道哪来的开心，反正就是挺开心。以后肯定是有梦想的。
The dead of night, time for the brothers to put another day's work behind them. Sunrise, Zhuangzi is with this summer's first batch of tourists. She's come up with a new idea for the wine tourists, her very own wine bus.
首先欢迎大家来乘坐我们贺兰山东路产区的一个特色旅游交通红酒巴士。我们这辆车呢，可以边吃牛排边品着我们的红酒，逛着咱们的产区。我们途经大概有个8到10家的酒庄，然后经过酒庄以后呢，会路过一些葡萄地，大家可以看到葡萄园。那接下来我带大家了解一下如何我们去品这个酒，辨别一个酒。
New to Haoyuan village she may be, but Zhuangzi is bursting with ideas. Running along a carefully planned route through a host of tourist attractions and chateaus, the wine bus is more like an interactive theatrical experience in which tourists can fully experience the wine culture of the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains. Each of the 10 chateaus is built in a different style. Variety truly is the spice of life on trips like this. So it is that villages that were once ravaged by sandstorms are now magnets for people from all over the world. With the keys to wealth and prosperity in their hands, Zhuangzi, Shide, and Shejian epitomize these people. They are living in a great age. The road to rural revitalization truly is becoming wider and wider.
我已经不记得我来了多少次了，10几年了。走到宁夏来，你就好像走到了一个特别有个性的朋友面前，你得非常用心的去和他沟通和交流。你要想去找到你生命的质感，就那种起伏波动的这种质感，你就到宁夏来。
Ningxia Gong, a man from Sichuan province, has been training his camera at the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains for 10 years now. Now, he's in Ningxia for an important occasion. When winter comes, the grapevines that have grown freely across the wine region will be pruned and then buried in earth to protect them from the dryness and cold of winter. The following spring, the vines will stretch out of the earth and continue their growth. It's this hibernation that attracts Ningxia Gang. He wants to establish a connection between his camera and this kind of strength and persistence.
贺兰山东路它的葡萄啊，春天像芭蕾，夏天有故事。 秋天有守望，冬天呢在蕴藏，年年如此，就这么轮回下去。
Ningxia Gang insists that his camera never focuses on mere appearance, but rather on soul and essence. He's interested in capturing beautiful moments and passionate souls, two things that are not in short supply at the foothills of the Helan Mountains.
嘿，大哥，我专门来拍照的。
This time, Ningxia Gang is focusing on the ordinary farmers. He thought he'd run into many difficulties, but things have gone much better than he ever expected.
哎呦，这个笑好，谢谢您啊！您的围巾是媳妇儿送给你的？
围巾是我媳妇儿给我送的，我一直没舍得戴，这几天冷了我才拿出来。
哎呦，那您有没有给你媳妇儿送点啥呀？
地里干活，葡萄种出来把田面上给媳妇儿把钱交给他，多花点钱。
哎呦，多帅！
哎，老了不行了。年轻的时候潇洒气派，去何方？宁夏银川找金川。
有的这个农民他是不习惯拍照的，要假装客气一下。哎呀，我不好，我不喜欢拍，我不好看。但是，看我镜头对准他的时候，他马上舌头伸出来，把这嘴唇给舔湿了。他认为这样嘴唇湿润的照着好看。哎，我觉得他们每一个人个性特别鲜明，都是他们自己。
This time, Ningxia wants to capture images of the farmers doing what they do, farm work. That's a reflection of the true color of life and the genuine power of life. More than that, it's also a demonstration of his heartfelt respect for the growers who work the soils at the foothills of the Helan Mountains. So he's decided to put on a special art exhibition at the vineyard where these farmers work. On the day he arranges for the exhibition, the temperature drops to -15 degrees Celsius. As usual, to show his work in the best possible light, Ningxia arranges the exhibition by himself. It's his way of showing respect to the individuals featuring in the photos.
这个大爷挺害羞的，他说他一辈子没有拍过几张照片。这大姐死活不让我拍。后来我和他聊他的孩子，哎，一聊孩子他开心了，就让我拍，怎么拍都行。这大姐笑起来很开朗，笑得咯咯咯的。这些人的面孔啊，他们和大地之间有一种默契，生命的默契。你觉得他们不是一张照片，他们的脚就已经是本来就站在这块土地上。哎，对，来，我跟合个影，你跟他合个影。哎呦，你
农民里头的帅哥。
哎的，在贺兰山这块呢，我觉得它最大的丰富啊，除了大自然给了宁夏这么一块土地之外，非常重要的还是给了一群人，很坚韧不拔的人，在任何的艰难困苦上面，他们都能够想方设法活下去，而且活得很好的这么一批人。和他们交谈的时候，你觉得葡萄的灵魂其实就长在他们身上。灵魂是什么呢？就是这群人的故事，他们奋斗的故事，他们和大自然既斗争又妥协，去争辩又和谐，这么一个过程。这就是贺兰山东路的故事。
Seasons come and go, and Chen Deqi is beginning a new round of land reclamation. Wang Yueying has now contracted even more vineyards. She and her friends are determined to do something. Christelle Chene continues to promote the Chinese wines she loves so. Over in Haoyuan village, Zhuang Zhi is thinking of building an RV campground. Shi De and Shi Jian are still busy forging ahead on the road to their dreams. As the sun rises and the moon sets, you'll hear the gurgle of the Yellow River, the sound of life. Inexorably and inevitably, as one season gives way to another, the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains are busy brewing up more miracles for the world to admire. Such is the wave of rural revitalization that, thanks to the hard work and wisdom of generations of Ningxia people, this place has become a beacon of hope, lighting up the road to the future.